latest webinar, Solutions for Success, DocuSign and SharePoint integration. I think that most people are probably familiar with DocuSign, especially through COVID, with a lot of organizations implementing or accepting digital signatures, either through DocuSign or other online platforms. Again, DocuSign provides a number of integration points into Microsoft 365. Today, we're going to talk about the integration into SharePoint. It does integrate as well into Dynamics CRM, and there are a variety of ways that you can integrate these technologies, from sort of the very basic and easy to more complex workflows with embedded codes and all sorts of things that you can use. But I think our intention today is to give you a glimpse into how these can be integrated, how easy you can start that, and really, again, really optimize your business processes with how you're currently sending contracts, documents out for signature, how you're storing those back into SharePoint or your document repositories with proper access and security and all that good stuff. So I will turn it over to John Zeri. I can tell from his background that this month's episode is not coming to you from the beaches of Mexico, but that he is in the cool climate of Toronto. So John, without further ado, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Jonathan, and thank you for the introduction. Glad to have you all on this month's webinar. As again, Jonathan mentioned, DocuSign plus Microsoft. It's just a great combination, and we're going to go through a slide and show you how easy it is to integrate this and how you can take advantage of it. So again, I have a few pages of the slides to kind of give you a context, and we're also going to show live, and you can see for yourself how easy it is. So again, a little bit about Point Alliance, then we're going to dig into the DocuSign and Microsoft, and then we wrap it up with our upcoming webinars. So who's Point Alliance? Again, we are Microsoft Gold partner with the 10 competencies, which 4 of those are gold. Our team is 100% Microsoft certified, and you can find additional information about us on the pointalliance.com/company profile. So that's as far as we're going to talk about Point Alliance. So what is DocuSign plus Microsoft? Again, in partnership with the Microsoft, DocuSign Signature is everywhere we want it to be within a world of Microsoft applications. Jonathan touched on it in a Word, Outlook, SharePoint, Dynamics 365, and the Flow. And again, this follows what Microsoft approach to modern technology. You can access the information from all different apps and from any devices. And again, what it does, it helps you to streamline your workflow. You know, like trying to sign directly from Microsoft apps that you know and you use. So you're an app, you're working on documents, or you're in SharePoint, you have those things and can initiate those things. And again, it's fully digital. The person that you're sending it does not have a DocuSign license, so I can sign the document from a mobile device, from the web, from the desktop. So it's really make it very flexible and easy to kind of collect signatures for that you need. One thing I find about the DocuSign is great. You know, you're working on many things, and you know, sometimes you forget, oh, did I get this back or not? DocuSign also help you with all the tracking of it and reminder and so on. When you set it up, you really don't have to think about it. You can go to the portal, look at, okay, what has been signed, what is pending, who is it waiting on, and so on. So really give you a good window into what is happening with your signature requirement. So for today's session, again, we are emphasizing a DocuSign for SharePoint Online. Again, what it does, that again, security is very important. You know, you want to be able to keep the document secure. You want to send it, sign it, and as I mentioned, you can track the document from anytime, anywhere, on any device. As I mentioned, it could be your desktop, on the browser, on my phone. I have it. Also have this the DocuSign integrated in Microsoft Teams. So every time there's a request come in the Teams, I get a pop-up, and you will see that shortly. That says, okay, the document requires your signature, or one of the participants have signed the document, and so you're always in the know. Again, we're going to talk about some of the key benefits. That they can just have 4 slides on this. Again, the ease of use is the most important thing. Really, anybody can use this and send this. It's very easy. You're in SharePoint site, you select the document, you say send it for the signature. It's going to ask you for the name of the person, you put the email, you can select which field need to be done in that document, or use a template. It just doesn't have to be just a document, and as easy as that, and you send it and goes to the person. So it really cannot get any easier than that. And the training and the learning curve is very small. And again, existing business processes, right? So when you go there, the information you want to capture and so on, you can also automate those things. So kind of attach to your SharePoint the information you want to capture, or what need to be placed in the template and so on. So you can automate all those as well. And we will also show you that. Fast, seamless integration, no real setup is required. So basically, within the SharePoint, every SharePoint site, you need to install the app, the DocuSign app. Again, does not take that long. You can install it, and it's done easily. There's a few options that you can select from the setup. Again, very straightforward. And again, within the less than an hour, this should be set up and tested. It can be done very easily. And again, the important thing is using your accounts is linked to your single sign-on. So you don't need to create a different account or those things. So the person that requests the envelope, you create the envelope and sending that information will require you to have a license, but nobody else. So again, for example, in case of HR, the sending employment contract. So the team in HR would need to have access to licenses. And this can go to all the team members. Let's just say HR send this one to the hiring manager fill up the information, goes to the candidate sign it, you come back, HR sign it, and all those happen. So again, just the creator of the envelopes will need a signature, need a license, sorry. And again, as I mentioned, there are some administrative things can be done that how the documents is captured and where they captured, and grant access to those things. They are very simple, again, within that SharePoint site. So again, everything, the app is that DocuSign app is per SharePoint site. So it doesn't mean that you have to do it for organization-wide. Let's just say you just need it for a couple of sites, not for other ones. So it easily can be done for those sites only. That said, let's just jump right to the demo of this and show you how it works. I'm going to stop this presentation, and I'm going to share my screen here with you. And go from, actually, just so before I do this, I have a short video as well I would like to play for you.
DocuSign is the global leader in e-signature technology, delivering a fast, easy, secure way to make every agreement digital. You can now access DocuSign's platform from within Microsoft SharePoint. DocuSign for SharePoint lets you securely access and manage electronic documents from a central location, helping you enhance productivity, manage compliance, and transact faster. Recruiting and onboarding new employees has never been easier with the DocuSign add-in for SharePoint. Add fields for signature or data entry with a simple drag and drop. Then send the offer letter to your candidate for signature with just a few clicks. The candidate is notified by email they have a document to sign. With DocuSign, they can review the offer and sign in real time from anywhere. Once completed, you're automatically notified when the offer letter is signed. Now you can recruit and close candidates quicker than ever before without any paper or hassles. Start modernizing your business with the power of DocuSign for SharePoint. Visit our website to download a trial app today.
All right, so let's just show you. So again, we are in the our demo DocuSign site that you can see. We have a couple of documents and a folder. So again, you have a few options. In this site, we already add the DocuSign app to it. So you can see on our menu, we have this option now that give you like a go to DocuSign, get signatures, sign, use a template, or check a status. Also, if you select any of the documents, so for example, in this case, we have this NDA document. If I select that document, also from the menu, I have a few options here too. So I can say sign with a DocuSign, get signature with DocuSign, and so on. So let's just say click on the sign with DocuSign. So this will automatically get me to the DocuSign site. I'm gonna log in. He knows my username. And again, I have two different accounts, so I'm gonna use the company account. So it's wrapping the whole thing together for me. And again, so that's a document I enter, so I can say okay, and just request for different information here. So I can say date sign, and I put there. You can put a name there, and different piece of information you can drag and drop. The other option we have, just going to close this 1 second. I'm going to go back to the just here. So the other one is a get signature with DocuSign, right? So we're going to click on a get signature with DocuSign. So this now, it creates the envelope for me. So what I can do, I can just gonna put a name here, who it's gonna go to. And I can actually put a name, better name, so you can see what's happening there. I'm gonna put a email address for the first one. And then, okay, that's it. This is, I can put a subject, please sign with DocuSign. We don't want to do anything like that. We're going to click on next. We can select next from top or bottom of the page. It's going to get us to this NDA now. So I can drag some information that I want to capture, date signed. And I'm going to put a name here. What's the name of this? And again, what else we have here and here? And again, I can put name, signature required here, and name. Again, you can just put the stuff right here. Title. Actually, this should have been the company. And again, date signed again. And you can see from the top here, there's an option of who is the recipient. So this is for that person we're selecting. So the color coded like that. And so this is done. Then I can send this document now. So the document sent right off the bat. If I go to my email, I have this. Please sign a DocuSign. And they say, who sent this one to you? So I can go review the document now. I agree. I'm going to continue. So I grab my name and so on. So you're going to click on start, what not to be done. So you see it grabbed the information that it knows. I'm going to put my signature and finish this. And again, it says, do you want to save a copy? I don't want a copy. That's fine. And if I just bring over my Teams over, as I was mentioning to you, and I have the Teams DocuSign app installed here. So it says this was sent to John Doe and is signed and it's all completed. So I can download it from here if I choose to. Also, if I go back to my, I can close this and when we come here, also the person that signed it, now they can retrieve a completed form as well if they wish for the record. So we're going to go back to our SharePoint site and we're going to go back to here and you can see this document got added by itself just a few seconds ago. So point alliance non-disclosure. So I can open this document now and it is there for record. Again, as easy as that. And the other thing that we can do, so it has a date, who was the person, the signature, and now you have that for record. So the other thing that we can do that, again, we have done is, which is prepared when you hit DocuSign, we say use a template. Again, template is just make it much easier because everything's in place and you don't have to kind of drag and drop the fields. Again, you have those options. So if I use a template here, and what we have done in the DocuSign, we have created a few templates. So I'm going to log in here. You can see we have 3 templates in place already. So for the employment contract, contract, full-time, and NDA. So I'm going to choose NDA again one more time. So we're going to go to continue here. And in this case, I'm going to say, who is that going to go to? Then on the point alliance side, who need to sign this, right? So that's another one. We don't have to touch anything because if I go to view here, this thing's already set up. We don't have to touch anything. We could, if you want it, we can edit it and do, but we are good as it is. The template was set up already. So make sure I have the right address and then you go next. Here you can see I have all the fields that John Doe need to sign. You see it's color coded. And what is that me as a person I said on our side of company gonna sign? You can see it's color coded. So if you have multiple people, would be different color code. So you can change things if you wish, or just leave it at this, just because this is already done for us. This was a template, and we just say send. Yeah. You can see how quickly the user get the email, review the document, accept, and continue. So you can see it bring some of the information, and that here I can put some address here. This is especially handy, like maybe you don't have the address of the person, and so that way, as they're filling up these fields are mandatory, and they have to fill it up. And I click on sign again, sign, and that's it. Just gonna say finish now. So I'm just gonna send this, and I don't not want to save it. And again, so what's happened now in this case, because now require a second person to also interact with this document. If I go back to, again, open Teams here, now you can see it will say now I have to review it, right? So I'm going to go back to here. Of course, what's the demo without the error on the page? Let me just open the DocuSign directly. Again, just make it easier from the email. So what I can do, okay, they're all not trying to. All right, so actually what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you something that, again, as we talk about, you can be using these apps from anywhere. That show you how that works. All right, so I'm just gonna open my mobile phone, go to the DocuSign. I said, please, NDA signed by John Doe. Now I need to review this thing, review and sign. So again, as easy as that on my mobile phone. All right, so I'll sign. We're going to continue that. Okay, as we go through this thing, we can see that if I zoom on this one, you can see was signed 11:51 and has my information already. So I just need to click on a sign. And so the signature was done because again, this is on a web browser only. You can also download the app if you wish to, and then you say finish. Okay, I think we're having some technology issue here. My apology. Okay, we are good. Just took a bit longer, so it is done, it's signed, and you can see this person got the document completed. And again, we're going to go back to the SharePoint documents, and we're going to see one show up here shortly. All right, it's going to make us look bad, but it will come in the, I think this is with a delay here. So it will, as you saw the previous one, we will have a copy of the document here as well, and we will refresh it one more time. Okay, it is there. All right, it just sometimes take a few seconds longer. So we can go to this document again. You can see now we have a signed copy of the document by both parties here. The person originally got a copy, and also we have a signed copy of NDA here within a store here. So just make it very easy. So I was mentioning on the administration side of the DocuSign, there is a few options that when you set up, this is the app within the this SharePoint site that you can select the environment in case you're testing that what you want to do. Just say your process that you don't want to use your envelopes, and you can go use a demo site. Certificate of completion settings. Again, you have a few options. Don't include a certificate, or you can have a certificate included. Again, the options are very simple. When it's completed, store in a dedicated folder, store as a new folder, or store in a custom site folder. Again, those are easy choices to do. Download as a combined PDF or as a separate PDF. So you can do that. Timestamp. You can kind of say how you want the naming to be. Signed, recipient name, timestamp. So you have a bunch of options there. So the default is document name, sign, and a timestamp there. Version setting that we have. It starts a new document, a new version of original document selected to assign and send. Sending settings, again, how you want to select it. By default is prepare, and you can go to preview, enable recipient and message entry, and copy document metadata, again, is enabled. Again, it's good to have those information, and that's it. And that's just some simple setting to really, you don't have to touch any of this thing. The default just fine, but if you choose to, you can change those. The other thing that with the DocuSign, as I mentioned, again, that's with the SharePoint, just a starting point. If we go to the Power Automate, there's lots of integration with the DocuSign inside the Power Automate that you can do. That when the status of DocuSign envelope change, create a SharePoint file. And again, there's so much can be done. Get notified when a document is signed. Again, just many options you have, and you can also create your own custom one. If the document is signed, we can even send it to MailChimp and notify the channel. And in the Salesforce, like again, just lots of connectivity points within the DocuSign in the Microsoft world. That's it. Again, this was just a short demo to get you some information on the how DocuSign works, and just again, it's easy to implement. And again, we'd be happy to help you to set it up. Again, it's not much involved. You would need licenses to the DocuSign in order to take advantage of this feature. And the licensing is very straightforward as well, if you choose to, and we'd be happy to help you. Again, Point Alliance is a DocuSign reseller and a business partner. So we'd be more than happy to guide you through that. Again, I'm going to check to see if there are any question or not. I'll be happy to answer any question you might have. And while we're waiting, if there are any question, I also want to bring it to your attention. Our upcoming events is coming. Next one is on the Adobe Acrobat. Again, that integration is amazing too. That how the Adobe Acrobat works within the SharePoint site and the Microsoft products. In June, we're going to talk about leveraging SharePoint lookbook templates. And in July, we're going to be talking about collaborating with the Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive. Again, this session is meant to be very quick, just to introduce you to the subject. Again, we didn't go much in depth with those, but hopefully give you some idea. All right, so we have a question here. If you want to move the DocuSign document to the specific area in a SharePoint, is that okay? You recommend leaving it in the DocuSign folder? No, actually, I do move it. Depends very common, because I like to have one central place that all the signed document comes, and once they come in, you can move them, and that's very easy. You select that document and say where in that SharePoint site, or you can even move it to the different SharePoint site if you choose to. So that's not the issue at all. It can depends how you like to organize your documents. I think we have another questions coming up. Yeah. One other thing I find with the DocuSign, I find it because traditionally what people did, like they use a Word document to send the contract over or something like that, and it also the integrity of the documents, okay? Because if you send a Word document, you're not sure if that's been modified or edited or not. So again, the DocuSign, the way he sends it, the document is locked, not changes can be happened by the sender or recipient. So everybody knows exactly, and also everybody knows about DocuSign and how it works. There was a question, were forms signed by DocuSign ever challenged in court? I think the fact of that we capturing all the metadata, those things, I think they are binding and they can be used in court. Again, I'm not a legal expert, but I know especially post-COVID, with even the real estate transaction or those things, they're all using DocuSign. So as far as I know, I think with the proper process, and if you have capturing all the metadata and all those information, that anything signed by DocuSign will be binding. Okay, so the next question is that what if you want to get a new signature after moving a document to another SharePoint site? Will I need to, again, if you require a new signature, that means you need to create a new envelope, a new request. So it's going to be a brand new one. So it's not going to affect what you have in place already. All right, let's just see if Jonathan has any closing remarks. But that's it. That brings our session to the conclusion. And also, we would love to hear your feedback. If you can scan the QR code on your phone and let us know how you know. We love the 5-star reviews, but and also if you have any ideas for upcoming sessions, we'd be happy to kind of consider those and arrange for those coming in the coming months. All right, that's it. That brings our session to the conclusion for today. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.